Welcome back to Human Resource Management. Our files are usually online here. Today we are in week 7, and it would be ideal if everyone uses today for your midterm presentation to practice being a specialist to the world. It is complete practice because you're only required to present everything fully in week 14. But next week is week 8, and you're going to be able to use that week for surveying and developing your files and meeting with executives. So before you meet with executives, I would like you to practice introducing yourselves and introducing your valuable research material to the class. That's the whole idea of this week. As I've said already, we've already given away there's up to 10 for attendance, up to 10 points for participation, up to 15 for the introduction of why your topic is important, why other people should care, 15 points for what other brainiacs and crazy people are saying about your materials. And then last week, you were starting to design your surveys so that you can not just survey something in your mind, but use it for interacting with other people. And so we've gone through all of the materials, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Week 4 was talking about getting ready for job interviews. Week 5 was similar details, talking about the keywords and things like that. And week 6 was your career development and planning with HR. This week, week 7, is the midterm presentations. So with that said, I would like to ask if any of you have an interest in volunteering to present your materials, or Hua, do you have a list of people that you want to just start calling out people's names if nobody's going to volunteer?
No, nobody talked to me about presenting today, so I guess we have to call out each and every group.
Okay.
Our group is for one's going to present on Thursday, so not today.
Okay, is that listed by any chance in the Facebook group?
No.
So have you notified the rest of the class about those details?
No, I didn't know that it was.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead, Celinda.
How do you notice in Facebook? You just post a text?
Well, you can see my screen now, right? Just a sec. Let me make sure I share it. That would help. So here is the HRM Human Resource Management group. As you can see, recently I listed the calendar. I can post any details anytime. Any member can post anything here. So you can definitely post your files. If we check through here, there's a lot of files from other students. They have posted them here. Your PPT files, your actual, some people have written the class project into an actual research paper and tried to publish that. You can share that, and you can just share other details, but please don't share the Scopus files or anything that has intellectual property protection on it. If you do share that information that is IP protected, Facebook will check, and Facebook may kick you out of Facebook. So that's why I was saying to share all of these files also in a Google online drive folder, and you can just share the link for that, and other researchers can see that. Does that make sense, Celinda? So you just go in and you post.
Okay.
Hua, did you have a student that you'd like to?
No, I just received many text messages talking about they will present on Thursday, so I guess no one will talk today. Then you have to.
Okay, then I'd like to get you guys to start using your CVs and hopefully job descriptions, I'm going to be putting you guys into groups and talk about the information from last week. So as we saw, the idea with last week is you should be always focusing on your career development and the organization, your company's career development or business development, and work in a mutually beneficial way. So how can you identify what your life plans are and start doing things of value to a company, and then use our class as a company example and identify what you could do for either the class or your jobs. So everybody understands the idea of getting your resume, sharing these details with each other, giving them some suggestions for improving your career plan, giving them suggestions for who you might be able to start talking with, who you might be able to start interviewing or connecting with, who you might be able to meet with alumni, what type of activities you might be able to join to get closer to your goals, or what type of skills you need to get closer to your success. With that in mind, what are some ways that anybody could improve themselves or a company project? Or the most easiest example, how can you develop your resume so that it is a better resume with 2021, 2022? So it's mutually beneficial, or working with a company. Any ideas? Before you get into groups looking for these details? Let's see. How about Thomas? Can you guess what are some ways that everybody here could develop their resume? Let's assume everybody has just gone through elementary school, everybody's gone through high school. Maybe you've developed a job, delivering newspapers or cutting grass or something for your neighbor, and you can put that down in your resume. Now that you're a specialist, international expert, how can you develop your grass cutting resume into a professional resume that would be more effective?
You mean like ways to present it, to present my skills?
I'm not talking about how you talk about it. I'm talking how can you make your resume or your CV itself, that document.
I mean on the front page on the computer, you mean? Or I don't understand the question.
Inside your CV, inside your resume,
Yes.
it should be designed in a certain way. There should be things that are not just from your mind. That's a hint.
Yes, sure.
What about Andre? Can you recall what are some ways to make your resume more effective using technology? That's another hint. Andre, going once, going twice. Can't hear from Andre. What about?
Could you please repeat the question?
How about we listen to other people that were active? So Linda, would you be able to offer some of the rules to anybody in the world making a resume? Most people stay home and make a resume, but when you're at a high level, you have to make the resume outside of your mind. That's another third hint. How can you make a resume professional?
So firstly, I think we have to make some research about the company to know everything inside the company.
Absolutely, yes.
that what they want to hear about it, about their self. So, and also we can, I think everybody do that. We have to check on internet some resume and how to have some inspiration.
How to have some, okay, you are correct. You're perfectly correct, but there are there are special words that you're describing that are the answer that I'm looking for. Pia, you have your hand raised.
Yes, I think we're talking about the famous keywords again
Absolutely.
that the machines
To
can
explain
find.
that.
Also, does it help to maybe like if I'm a grass cutting expert because I help my neighbor, does it help if I let him write a not report, but like work experience paper for me, or is that not as important in a resume?
Well, the more people promoting you, the better. But it, as Celinda just said, while it's good to have many people promoting you, many people saying you're successful, for example, in LinkedIn or in Facebook, things like that, what is most important is that target person that you want to hire you. So if you want a job in company XYZ, you need to research XYZ company very well. You need to know what the executives in XYZ, what do they want? What is their job? What are they doing now? And what could you do to help them do their job? Soon as you start showing you can help them do their job, the better. They're going to be interested in you. They're going to be interested in hiring you, working with you. So if the company you want to work with is a computer coding company, I don't know, a Google company, and you have only done grass cutting before, can you think of ways that your neighbor could write something? Even though you are cutting grass for your neighbor, how could your neighbor help you get a job coding in Google? Does that make sense, Pia? Can you think of a way that your neighbor might be able to help you get a job?
Yeah, maybe you can like complement my other skills, like social skills or like learning skills that I'm able to learn quickly and work my way into new.
Absolutely,
skills.
yes. And responsible skills and hardworking skills, loyalty skills, efficiency skills, you do things early skills, all of those things, right? They don't have to say it was grass cutting. They can say they worked with you, they hired you before, and they were impressed because of your responsibility. You learn things very, very well. You develop much more than ever requested, things like that. Yes, absolutely. That's one thing. But where could they promote that? Or how could your neighbor from cutting grass do something to help you that HR experts should know about? Because HR experts will be checking when they hire you. Where could your neighbor post those details?
Well, probably on a job searching for a job page like LinkedIn or Xing or stuff like that.
Absolutely, yes. I don't know what Sing is. I'd like you to tell me about Sing, but LinkedIn for sure. Many people should
Maybe
be
it's a
aware
German
of,
page.
okay, LinkedIn is an international professional social networking system similar to Facebook, but it's for work people connecting with other work people and promoting work ideas. And when they post something, they're posting something related to their professional life, not just drinking and getting drunk and falling down or a cat playing piano. It's something related to professional work. And so if your neighbor identified you in LinkedIn, found your account, went in and connected with you, that will help. The more connections you have, the more professional you seem. Number two, if your neighbor gives you an endorsement saying you are a good leader or a good learner or very good at getting things done efficiently, all of those endorsements will make you look better when the Google company checks. And many times they will check. They will check not only your LinkedIn, but your Facebook and many other things. So yes, that's a very good thing to do. Any other questions before I start dividing you guys into small groups to share your information? Zephyr, I would like you to use your imagination, Zephyr. What should a group of students talk about if none of them have a resume created yet? If I put them in a group right now, what do you think would be valuable to talk about now?
They can help each other to create one.
They can create one. It might take a little bit of time. Yes. I didn't hear. What was the beginning of your sentence?
They can help each other to create
Oh,
one.
yes. Yes. So talk together in a group how you could make a resume and a LinkedIn account for any of you to be more successful. Right. So is that clear, Celinda? Any questions before
Yes,
I put you guys
yeah.
in groups? No questions? We have 13 people. So how many breakout rooms would you like? Would you like 2 people per room or 3 people per room? No comments?
I would say 3 is better.
3. So about 5, 4 different breakout rooms will be close to that. All right. Any last questions before I click the button and you guys are in breakout rooms? How about a small quiz again? Jong Moon, good morning. Could you talk to us a little bit about keywords and where you could get them and why they're important and what you can do with keywords or key skills in resumes? Can you just summarize that to the class, Jong Moon?
Well, keyword is some keywords which shows your main skills on your resume so that the algorithms can find out your main skills among the other resumes so that you can stand out from the other applicants.
Okay, you are making those algorithms sound smarter than they may be. Make sure you understand that those computer software programs that many companies use now to sift through thousands of resumes, they use these software programs, but the software is just designed by human beings, people, and they depend on whoever's inside that company HR using the software. So the company executive will type in keywords they want the software to look for. And if they're advanced, they will also check key skills, which is even more important than just the keywords of what the company values. And then that software will look for those keywords, look for those key skills or phrases. And the more they see those, the more your paper, your file goes to the top of the list, period. They don't care if it's blue or black or green or what type of frills or other wordings you have inside. It's just the software program looking for words that the HR people put into them. So you need to guess what are those words and put them in your resume. Not crazy too much, but almost as much as you can. And also put in related key skills and also put in synonyms or words that basically mean the same thing, Like a professor could be one keyword, and another synonym could be a teacher or a lecturer or an instructor, or just teach, or managing classes. All of those could be words that your software program could look for. So keep that in mind when you're advising your other groups or your team members on how to develop.
Professor,
Yes.
do you have an example to differentiate keywords and key skills, please?
A keyword is just one word. It's the HR person, whoever is using that software, he's going to tell the software what words are most important. And so that is usually individual words they're looking for. And then in addition to, like me being a professor, keywords can be research or publishing or teaching or awards or international or business or management or HRM. All of those could be keywords. And then key skills could be research development or research organization or research publications. Developing those things that the company or universities really like. Universities usually appear to the world to focus on classes, but the reality with most advanced universities, they care less about the class, they care less about the students, they care actually more about publishing in top quality journals. So if you understand that, talk about that type of information. That would be a type of skill. Winning awards or taking students on international field trips or winning student nominations, teaching awards, those are all types of more skills that you can look for. And if you're going for a higher level, for example, a chair of a program or a dean of a department, then you would also need to add in there all of those same keywords, but also you need to manage faculty or manage budgets or manage socialization activities between the students and the faculty, things like that. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thanks.
Okay, I will give you several minutes to start talking in groups about this. I'm going to go around through the groups and talk to you as we do it. Good luck, guys.
Oh, hello, Sean. I think you're on mute, Sean.
I would like to hear from your groups ideas that helped your group. So, Jung Moon, would you like to talk about some of the things you've learned in your group?
Yes, Andre and me myself shared our resumes with the group mates, and we found out that it is not our resume and the working experiences and text is not really related to our jobs that we wanted to do in the future. So we are planning to add some more. We are planning to have some more job working experiences in order to match with the job we're looking for in the future. And also, we realize that it is better to add our LinkedIn informations in our CVs. I think that's pretty much about our discussion.
Did you show a picture of your dog in your resume? That would attract me. Any other comments? What are some things you could change in your resume that you just found out today? What is it? What are a few things you've changed or you will change soon? Go ahead, Andre.
I've deleted the student from the title. That was the first thing they told me about.
Good. I agree.
Yeah, so I'm not student anymore, apparently.
I love you guys, but for the work world, usually companies don't really care. Right. Anything else?
I also added a lot of experience that I did back in the day, but I couldn't find it earlier. So I put that in my CV now. And we've agreed that the only job I can do is probably being an English tutor because all my experience is related to that. So we also talked about Jong Moon. He wants a job in the marketing, but it's really hard to get experience in those fields. So it seems like a trap.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know why.
I'm going to help all of you guys. For your class right now, this class, you are all hired for 4 months from September 1st to, I don't know, December 30th. I am hiring you all. I'm not paying you, but nobody's going to ask if I paid you. I'm hiring all of you to be researchers, number one. And for Jomo Moon, if you want to do marketing, I'm hiring you to promote our class. Okay? So your class activities, that is work, right? You're doing research all the time. Those are researchers. You're organizing files. You're managing social gatherings with your group activities. You could be a class president or director of the group. Those are things that you could put in a resume and make you look good. Make sure you have a marketing type mind and a creative type mind to guess what the company wants. You're doing it now. As soon as you join a company, life doesn't really change. They just pay you money for it. Anything else? Tobias, what about you? What were some ideas that you had?
Yeah, we were mainly talking about our LinkedIn profiles and connected via LinkedIn. And there was one step that we took. And yeah, we were talking about adding information like in more detail. So like, for example, we didn't have we had like our university, but we didn't have our major and stuff like that. So like adding more keywords to the profile. And that's also a thing that I have to do for my resume. So I have like internships listed there, but I have to write a description for them, or I want to write a description for them. So I can put some keywords into that. So because only the position doesn't really tell you a lot.
Right. And 2 comments for you. How much do I love the word internship?
Yeah, sure thing. It's work experience.
Right, you have work experience. And several people have said, I'm going to list the title that I had, but or just list that I have an internship. Don't forget, list that you are doing, you're managing research, you're managing document organization, or customer service, or organizing people. Those types of things are what companies are going to be looking for. And if that's what you did in our class and in an internship, write those. It does not have to be one page. One page is a general rule that they say for young people that have no experience. If you have experience, show it. Okay, class is finished. I hope that helped everybody. Next class, I highly suggest you guys not only list your LinkedIn in your PPT, but also list your PPT in the class Facebook group, and maybe request a time. Who's going to go first? Who's going to go second? We may run out of time if some people are showing how you are specialists to the group. Class is finished. If you have any questions, I'll stick around and talk, but have a good day.
Bye.
Thank you.
Goodbye, sir.